Interstellar Runaway from Chrome Rhino and this week's third set triple play feature. Before that, Soma Holiday from their stellar I Think They're After Me album released back in 2021. We've got James from the band on the phone. James, how is it going this evening?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Thanks, Bo. How you doing? Thanks for having us.
Hey, we're doing extremely well. It's wonderful to hear your voice. It's always so smooth, James. So dang smooth. We talked to you last back in 2023, August of 2023. I believe we talked to Travis, as a matter of fact. And then we actually ran into you guys. We went out to a show for Hookworm Records. You guys played an incredible set. We had a killer chance to meet you guys in person and catch up. Tell our audience a bit about what you guys have been up to for the last 6 months. We know that when we saw you last year rocking hard. What have you guys been up to?
Well, yeah, no, that was really fun catching up and actually getting to meet you guys. That was great. Yes, since then, we've been kind of finalizing the work on our second album and finishing up that in Flying Blanket Studio with Bob Hogue. And now we've kind of got all our vinyl pressed and all our songs are all getting ready to be released out. And so you've just heard Interstellar Runaway, and we've got another single and a rumored third single that we're going to be putting out here very soon as well. So we're being very mysterious about it all.
Very exciting, and I'm glad that you've brought us up to date with the new project and everything else, because I kind of wanted to talk to you a bit about the process of things, because as a band, you want to grow, you want to change, you want to evolve. And so we thought it'd be fun to talk to you a bit about, this is the sophomore album here. I've never been in a band, James. So clue me in. What's it like? You put out your baby, that's that first album. I Think They're After Me. It's a stellar concept album. You guys execute some of the songs just flawlessly. Now you've got a second project. Walk us through it. How is it that you guys began approaching your latest work?
Oh yeah, well, we really aren't really experts as far as it, but the way it worked for us is with the first album, we kind of had each of us all had songs that we were bringing to the table. So there may be like 75-80% done. And the rest of us just kind of added some bells and whistles on it and kind of, maybe let's change this chord or let's add this piece in here. So it felt, collaborative, but, still there were certain songs that people were bringing there that this is my baby, I'm bringing it to the album. But with album 2, it's very different because we all really sat in a room and just from the whole class just kind of built it up from scratch. So pretty much every song on the album has been just figured out with all of us just sitting together and just playing together and what's that? Okay, that works. Let's play that. Let's throw in some lyrics here. Let's throw on this melody here. How about these harmonies? So very organic. It felt really different from the first album. And we love concept albums. So the second album is definitely a big concept album. We even kind of sat down and we were like, okay, we've even got a bit of a story. We're going to have in our minds, there's a story that it's telling. We're not going to be explicit and tell everyone what the story is. We want people to, kind of find their own little fun in it. But we went full concept on it and, tried to really just have fun with all of it. And I feel like there's every song really. We all find something to really enjoy about it. I think we all have very different tastes and different styles. And I think we really kind of threw something together that we all kind of like.
Yeah, well, and you're being very modest when you say you're not experts on it, because I'll tell you what, you informed me in a way that because I've always wondered. It's like I said, I think that the first project, there's so much effort that gets thrown into it that when you come into a second one, it's like, what do we do? And you answered the question. It's like you guys kind of, you retooled the process. You guys are all sitting around in the room. That sounds great. That sounds like this is going to be quite the collaborative effort. And that, like you said, from the difference from the beginning, from the first album to the next, we're gonna see quite a few things. And I'll tell you, James, in my opinion, as a fan, as somebody who's listening to the music, right away in Gemini, I can see the evolution in the storytelling. You know what I mean? And that's not a knock on the first album at all. That is just an acknowledgement that there is growth happening, and that, you know, because Gemini is a song that's got it's quite an onion, James. It's got quite a few layers there, and it gets stuck in your head, and it's awesome. It's great stuff. So we're super excited about everything else that is coming out that surrounding this project. What is the title of this upcoming project, James?
Yeah, well, this next album's called These Precarious Experiments Determine What the Future Will Be. We're really not into the whole brevity thing.
I was going to say,
we give everyone...
it just rolls off the tongue there, you know?
Yeah, we couldn't even come up with an acronym. We're just like, let's just give them the whole thing. Why not?
Well, very cool. And you know, as you're going along, is there anything that you're seeing that stands out to you? Are there any tracks on this album that really stand out to you that you're like super excited for everybody to get to check out?
Well, I think the thing that was the newest for all of us was, you know, the first part of the album is going to be quite familiar probably for anyone who's seen us live. There's going to be some songs that they've heard us play perhaps once or twice. But the entirety of side B is going to be very new songs, and we tried to write them all in a way, and anyone listening to the vinyl is going to hear it. They all kind of flow into each other. So we were thinking, you know, kind of how we all love Abbey Road, how it has that Abbey Road suite where they kind of flow in. We tried to be a little stream of consciousness with it. So I'm really excited to kind of share that with people. That was really fun to work on, and it's going to be really fun to play that live.
And speaking of fun, you guys do some really killer videos and cool visuals for your projects in the past. Can we look forward to some cool videos from you guys on this upcoming album?
Oh, yeah, man, we have all been, you know, putting our heads together and trying to think, you know, how can we adapt some of this, you know, because we went really hard sci-fi on it, and, you know, sometimes we've got a bit of a champagne taste and a beer budget, so we're trying to find that happy medium where we are not, you know, kind of going full George Lucas on it, but we want to do something really fun and spacey. So yeah, that's definitely in the works. We would all love to do that.
Very exciting. Be on the lookout, because like I said, Chrome Rhino already has some killer visuals in support of I think their After Me album and things like that. I can just imagine what things are going to be looking like out in space with this next project. Well, thanks once again, James, for sharing with us. You guys also, you know, another absolute pleasure about the band is that you guys are a killer live rock act. Are you guys going to be getting out and touring anytime soon in support of the project? And if so, when is the project officially slated to release?
So sure, yeah, we actually have a big release show on March 1st. So we're going to be doing that at Valley Bar with our friends Camilla Road and Daphne and the Glitches. We're going to be playing our new album in its entirety, and we're going to be releasing our vinyl. We've got our vinyl is going to be there on sale. We're going to have it there on Bandcamp as well on that same day, so people can kind of get to hear it starting then. And yeah, we're going to have a single before then. And yeah, as far as the tour, yeah, we've made a lot of fun contacts the last tour we made. So we're definitely going to be revisiting those places and reconnecting with those bands. That's absolutely on the cards.
Well, it's exciting. I hope you guys make it down to Tucson. We would love to see you guys play out live once again. James, it's always a pleasure bringing you by the show and speaking with you. Last time we got to talk to Travis, he let us know that he was working on a bunch of other things as well. Before we let you go, help us tell us a little bit. Do you guys all have side projects going on outside of Chrome Rhino? And if so, let's fill our listeners in on them.
Yeah. So we all do have a little bit of a side project that we're doing. Travis is He's got his band Ghost Moon that's going to be releasing some songs here and putting some shows together. That'll be coming out. He's got a show coming up in Last Exit Live at the end of March. And Jared has also been working on some own tunes of his. I mean, he's obviously got Casual Divorce, that was a fantastic band. Jay's been keeping a little quiet. We're not sure if he's got something, under the hood. We're not sure yet. He's keeping it close to the chest. But I've got a bit of a project I've been working on with some friends. Kind of a little bit of a psychedelic folk thing. It's called Otis Umbra. And that's going to be something I'll be sharing here pretty soon, hopefully. Just kind of polishing it off, really.
And I love all the graphic work that you also do as well, James. I keep track of you on Instagram and things like that. So you guys stay really busy, and we absolutely love all the output that you guys produce. Well, once again, James, thank you so much for stopping by the show. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having us again. We really appreciate all the support. Thank you both.
Before I let you go, though, James, I want you to help me set up the track Gemini. Tell our listeners what your latest track, Gemini, is all about.
Oh, geez. So we were thinking in our minds, we're like, traveling out in space, it's kind of lonely. So we were thinking, what if someone who's been traveling out in space for a very long time, what might some of their thoughts be? How might they be feeling? And before I start, going too deep into a narrative, I feel like that might set the stage enough. So there's a lot more I could say. So I'll bite my tongue and just be like, is someone lonely out in space?
It is a wonderful track. It gets stuck in my head. I sing it for weeks and weeks on end after hearing it one time. I know it happens the same with our listeners. Thank you once again, James.
Oh, of course. It's a pleasure. Thanks again for having us.
Let's close out this third set triple play feature with Gemini from Chrome Rhino right here on the Arizona 411.